It all started that morning. You opened your eyes, the alarm went off, but you couldn't get up, not because you were sleepless, but because your soul felt heavier than your body. At that moment, you made a silent agreement with the ceiling. I wish the world would stop for a while and I could just stay here, but the world didn't stop. You reluctantly dragged yourself out of bed. You went to the bathroom, splashed water on your face, and put on your most important outfit, your mask. When you went outside, everyone thought you were fine. When they asked how you were, your autopilot kicked in. I'm fine, just a bit busy. Lie. You're not busy, you're wounded. But you can't tell anyone this because you are afraid of appearing weak. You have to be strong. At least, that's what you think. Actually, the story didn't start like this. Remember, how were you at the beginning? You were ambitious. You were energetic. You were the one who said, I will handle it, running to every task. Burnout is not a disease of lazy people. On the contrary, burnout is a disease of those who give too much of themselves, of perfectionists. You drained your own battery so that others' lights would stay on. Then the colors started to fade. Those songs, those movies, meeting up with friends that used to excite you. Now it all just sounds like noise to you. This is called anhedonia, the inability to feel pleasure. You're not sad. You wish you were sad. At least, that's a feeling. You're numb. It's like there's a thick, foggy glass between you and life. They are laughing, they are living, but you are just watching. And then the escape began. You flinch when the phone rings. Immessere, when a message comes, replying feels as hard as climbing Everest. You say, I'll get back to it later. That later never comes. As you distance yourself from people, they also distance themselves from you, just as you wanted. But at the same time, this is what you fear the most. You want to be alone, but you hate loneliness. This contradiction eats you from the inside. You're now just in survival mode. Wake up in the morning, go to work, act, come home, stare at the ceiling. This is the cycle. Your body is sending you signals. Your head aches, your back is stiff, your stomach is nauseous. Doctors say there's nothing wrong, it's probably stress. But you know, your soul has declared bankruptcy. Only your body stubbornly keeps moving. And the final stage? Zombie mode. You no longer feel pain. You no longer stress because you have completely lost the ability to feel. You live on autopilot. Whether someone yells at you or hugs you, you don't react. The light inside you has gone out. You are now just a biological machine that breathes. You wake up in the morning because you have to. You eat because you need to stay alive. But you're not living. Then that moment comes, the breaking point. So maybe while waiting in traffic, maybe when coffee spills, or maybe you suddenly collapse for no reason. You start crying but don't know why. Or you just stare at the wall for hours without moving. The system has crashed. You've got the blue screen and you're scared. You say, I'm done. You say, I won't be like I used to be. Let me tell you a secret. You're not broken. You're not weak either. You're just empty. When a car stops because it ran out of gas, you don't call it a weak car. You say you need fuel. You have been going full throttle for years without taking care of yourself, without adding oil or water. This collapse is not proof of your weakness, but of trying to stay strong for too long. So, how will you get out? First, you will learn to rest. But not the rest you know. Looking at the phone is not resting. It's tiring the brain. You should do radical resting. Look at the ceiling, lie on the grass, do nothing. Don't be afraid of getting bored. Let your brain cool down
that overheated processor. Being able to stop without guilt is the first step to healing. Then you will learn the hardest word, no. Your energy is a limited budget and you are bankrupt. You can no longer lend to everyone. Say no to friends who tire you. No to overtime. No to unnecessary responsibilities. This is not selfishness. It's a struggle for survival. When a plane is crashing, you put the mask on yourself first. Right now, that plane is crashing. Put the mask on. And don't rush. You didn't wear out in one day. You won't heal in one day. Set baby steps for yourself. Today, just make your bed. That's enough. Tomorrow, just walk for 10 minutes. Great. Show yourself compassion. Put that old, ambitious self on the shelf for a while. The current you needs a mother's compassion, not a commander's orders. This dark tunnel has an end. Believe me, it does. Those colors will return. Those laughs will return. But first, you need to accept your current state and allow yourself. Allow yourself to stop. Allow yourself to heal. You are not defined by the work you do or your achievements. You are valuable just because you exist. If this video made you say, "This is about me," you are not alone. Millions of people are silently carrying this burden. We are here to lighten your load a little. Take care of yourself, because there is no one else like you. Subscribe and join us on the journey of healing. See you soon.